Hey, what's up guys? It is Friday, and I don't think that I'm going to upload a video today because I haven't recorded one, and I tried recording one yesterday, but it didn't work out because my phone shut off in the middle of the recording process, and I was so aggravated that I just didn't do it. So, because it was like a half hour of me just talking, and I had everything in my brain. It was perfect, and then I looked at my phone and it said, sorry, nothing was recorded. And I was like, motherfucker! Oh, I was so mad. But this video in particular is about what kind of music I like, because someone commented on one of my other videos asking me to make a video about my music taste. And I thought that was a great idea, but I'm not going to make a video like that on my main channel, because that's mainly comedy and entertainment. This is just my channel, just like a vlog channel about me, so I thought, why not? So I listed them all on a piece of paper because my memory is absolute horseshit. If you tell me your name, I will forget it tomorrow. So yeah, this is how my brain works. I have to, like, when I make a video, I literally spend like an hour looking over content and trying to get it all in my brain so I can regurgitate it while I'm filming myself. Because if I don't do that, I am just a lost cause. Like, I will not remember a thing. So, without further ado, I'm going to list off some of the bands that I like. These aren't all the bands that I like, because I like hundreds of bands, but these are just some of the main ones, you know, that I just thought off on the top of my head. So, I like the bands Barcelona, Bastille. Bastille is a wicked good band. It's spelled B-A-S-T-I-L-L-E. You should check them out. Bastille. And I like Alkaline Trio. That's what this tattoo is. And my shirt. It's one of my favorite bands. They're a punk band, but I've liked them for a wicked long time. So it's like one of my classic favorites. I like punk rock a lot, so I like them. Man Overboard. Man Overboard. They're a pop punk band that I really like. I got this tattoo right here because of that band. They have a song called Love Your Friends, Die Laughing, and it's one of my favorite songs of all time, and I got that tattooed on my arm because I just liked it so much. And they're coming out with a CD soon, a new one. I'm so pumped. Later this month, I think. The Wonder Years, they are another one of my all-time favorite bands. I love them so much. Ever since I heard their album, The Upsides, I was in love with them. And then I listened to their older stuff, and then Suburbia came out, and that album was one of the best I've ever heard. And now they're coming out with The Greatest Generation in this upcoming week, I think. And that's going to be another great CD. So, yeah, you guys should definitely check out The Wonder Years if you haven't. There's a band called Bear's Den. They're like a softer band. I used some of their songs in some of my pep talk videos in the background because they have that vibe. And they're an awesome band to fall asleep to. Bear's Den. And I also like Bring Me the Horizon. I know it's like a hardcore band, but I like their style now. Their older stuff is too heavy for me, and I couldn't get into it. But their style now is awesome, and I really like it. I have a problem saying the word really, or any words that start with R, so I say wee. I hate it. Alright, so the band The Cab, I like them a lot. The band Churchill. The band Daughter. Daughter is another slow band, and I just found out about them like a month ago. And I've been in love with them. I've been falling asleep to them because they have a softer sound, but it's addicting. And Deer in the Headlights, they're a great band. The Deer Hunter, It's not deer like Deer, it's Dear, the Deer Hunter. Their sound is different than what you've probably heard, but it's awesome. It's the guy has like a, I don't want to say opera voice, but it's like a beautiful voice, you know? It's hard to describe it. I'm not very good at describing sounds. But you should definitely listen to them. The Deer Hunter, they have a new CD that just came out called Migrant, and it's awesome. So I like the band Deep Sea Arcade. They are kind of like a, they sound more old schoolish, like a 1980s kind of feel, like an old school pop kind of feel, and I like it a lot. It kind of sounds like the Beach Boys a little bit, but new age Beach Boys kind of. So that's them. Every Time I Die is one of my favorite hardcore bands, probably my favorite of all time hardcore band. They are really heavy, and they're really one of the only heavy bands that I can stand for some reason, and they're really heavy. They're like super hardcore, and I don't know, for some reason I really like them a lot. Don't ask me why, but you know, Parkway Drive is another one that I like. They're also heavy, but anyway, let's see. Fall Out Boy, yeah. Their new CD is awesome. Save Rock and Roll. Oh, it's so good. They never disappoint. I'm sorry. Like, their old stuff is so good, and their new stuff is awesome. And then I also like a band named Half Moon Run. They are a softer band, and they have like one or two songs that I'm in love with, and I only have one of their albums, but I really like it for driving. It's a great driving record. Imagine Dragons. These guys came up on my radar not too long ago, and I saw them live, and they are spectacular. I think they're a relatively new band, I think, but they're blowing up. Imagine Dragons, yeah, they're huge now. They were kind of like an indie band, but now they're blowing up, you know? It's crazy. And Iron Chick, which is my favorite band of all time. I still have yet to get a tattoo, but I will. And they just came out with 2 EPs. They came out with one. They came out with one recently, but one not too long ago. And their album Not Like This is one of my favorites of all time. So you should check out Iron Chick. If you like pop, if you like punk music, then you know they're probably down your alley. But their vocalist is different than what you've probably heard. It's a deeper, raspier voice, but I like it. It's awesome. And all right, the Joy Formidable, they are like electronica rock. It's weird. And they have a female singer, and she is just wicked cool. I like their music videos too. They're really weird, but they're different and interesting, and I really like them. So there's a band called Lydia, and they came out with a new record called Devil not too long ago. Someone introduced me to it like a couple days ago, and I've been listening to it, and it is awesome. Like their older stuff is really sad, but it's an addictive kind of sad. It's depressing music, but their new album Devil is not as depressing, and it is just so good. It's so good. Let's see, Manchester Orchestra. They are amazing. If you don't know about Manchester Orchestra, you need to get on that, because there's too much to say about them. We Invited Paris is an indie band. They do a lot of acoustic stuff, but they are awesome. I like their art style, and they're another band that's really good to fall asleep to. Young Statues is a pop-punk band, and I like them a lot. They are similar to bands like All Time Low, but not as bouncy. I like them because they're different than other pop-punk bands. They're softer, but they're not too soft that they wouldn't be considered pop-punk. But I like them, obviously, because I'm saying it and it's on this list, so obviously I like them. Tan Vampires, I like them because their name, Tan Vampires, they're like a hippie band. They all have big beards, and they have really awesome music. And I've watched some videos of them live on YouTube, and they are amazing live. They are just awesome. The Naked and Famous, they're an electronic band, and they have some really good snowboarding tunes, so that's why I like them. The Neighborhood is an amazing band. They're also an indie band, and they are so good. They just came out with a CD, I don't remember what it's called, but they're also like, they also have a mellow sound, but it's addicting. It's kind of like Imagine Dragons, just not as poppy. And you should definitely check out The Neighborhood. They're awesome. Nico Vega is the song that is the band that created the song that you hear in the beginning of all of my videos. That's a remix of the song Beast, the BioShock Infinite version that has that intro, and their album, the only album that I have of theirs, is really good. I like it a lot. It's like an old school rock and roll record. It kind of reminds me of like Nikki Sixx or what else? I don't know. I can't think of the name. Of Monsters and Men, they are obviously awesome. They're an indie band that blew up, kind of like Imagine Dragons, and they're huge now. A lot of people like them, and for good reason, because their music is amazing. Of Monsters and Men, they are so good. Paramore, everybody knows about them, but I've always had like a soft spot in my heart for that band. I don't know, I like them a lot. Hayley Williams is hot as hell, and I don't know, I've liked every single one of their records, so. Passion Pit is one of my favorites. They have a strange sound, and the vocalist sounds like, oh, a lot of the time. Not exactly like that, but they have a different sound, I'll just say that. But it's a good different. Okay, so I like the Pixies a lot, mainly because of Fight Club, and I heard the song Where Is My Mind at the end of that movie, and it got me into that band, and I've been listening to them ever since, and they are awesome. Alright, Radical Face, they have an album called Ghost, I believe, and it's really weird. I don't know, you have to have a specific type of taste to like them, because a lot of their songs are just different in a way that a lot of people don't like, because they use a lot of weird stuff in their songs, like sound effects of like doors closing and wind and stuff like that. But then they also have an awesome indie sound that is addictive. So, Radical Face. Oh, they have a song called Wrapped in Piano Strings. You guys should check that out. It's awesome. The Receiving End of Sirens, they are how would I describe them? They're like a rock band, and it's hard to relate bands that I don't know what you guys are listening to, so I don't know how to relate them to something that you might understand. The Receiving End of Sirens is kind of like Shinedown, if you guys listen to them, but not exactly like them. I don't know. No, they're not like Shinedown. They're kind of like, they have a generic rock and roll sound, but not like old school rock and roll. They have like a new. I'm gonna move on because I can't describe them. Relient K, they're a punk band. They're pretty big. So yeah, I like them. Say Anything. I like how they add comedy into their music. They're awesome, and their music videos are so funny. I like the Shins a lot, mainly because of the movie Garden State, and they played that one song by the Shins in that movie, and it really got me into that band. And they are one of my favorite softer bands, I would say. They are. And Sprainerd, the one complaint I have about this band, they're a pop punk band. The one complaint I have is that their songs are too short. They're like 2-minute songs, all of them. Maybe even 1 minute and 30 seconds. I like my songs like, I don't know, 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes is okay, but 1 minute and 30 seconds, I mean, like, all of their songs are so short, but they all relate to awesome stuff. Like, they have a song called Green Golems or something. I forget, but it relates to the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And that's awesome. Okay, so I like the band Stars. They are different. They have an electronic feel, but they're also a punk band. I like... They're softer. I think they have a female and a male singer. I like that combination. Of Monsters and Men does this too, when they have a male and a female singer. I like that. I like that mixture. Lydia did that too, but then they got rid of their female singer, so now it's just the man. But he kind of held the band together anyway. Story So Far is another pop-punk band. Brand New is one of the best bands ever. If you haven't heard of Brand New, then you need to get on that now. Right this instant, search Brand New. Because even though my favorite band is Iron Chick, Brand New will always be one of my favorites of all time. Because they're so good. The Devil and... Hell and Heaven Are Raging Inside Me? Or something like that. I forget what it's called. And then they have, My Favorite Weapon is their first CD, I think it's called. My memory is so bad. But they are awesome. I've memorized pretty much every single song of theirs. I'm just bad with names. But you will love them. If you like music. Taking Back Sunday is one of my favorites. I don't know, I've always had a thing for them. When I was younger, they were one of my favorite bands, so I just kind of grew up liking them. Not so much anymore, they're not that good anymore. But they're still good, but not as good. Tegan and Sarah, I love them. Two best lesbian musicians ever. Twins. Aren't they? Yeah, they're sisters. And they make awesome music. And their newest album, Heart something. What is it called? Heartthrob. That's it. Ow. Heartthrob is awesome. It's like it has an electronic / pop feel. And their older stuff is mainly just like singing. It's like an indie style with acoustic guitars, and then they they have like a funky vibe to them with a lot of their songs, and I like it a lot. They're a lot different than any other band that I've heard. So I also like the band Transit. They are a Boston-based band, and they take pride in being a New England-based band, kind of like Dropkick Murphys do. And they were kind of a small band when I found out about them, and they're getting bigger with their new album, Young New England, and they're getting big now. People like them a lot, and they should like them because they're an awesome band, Transit. All right, so last band that I like is they're called Walk the Moon, and they're a funky band, a funky pop/punk band, and they're fun to listen to. They're like a fun band. They're upbeat and that puts you in a good mood when you listen to them. I like bands like that. So yeah, this has been going on for 21 minutes. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'll see you on Monday. Hopefully I'll get a video upload today. If not, then sorry. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good weekend. See you on Monday. Bye.